Hi everyone, I hope you're good and the running is going well. I just received my pair of the Adidas Adizero Adios Pro 2, so I thought I'd do a quick video going through my first impressions and the new technologies. So I kind of knew that it wouldn't be massively updated from the V1, but I was really interested to see kind of the refinements that the Adizero team have made. So yeah, I'm going to work my way through them, going from the upper through the midsole to the outsole. So yeah, really excited by this shoe. Obviously, it's kind of Adidas's pinnacle marathon and half marathon racing shoe with technologies like Light Strike Pro and the energy rods. And obviously, all the elite athletes are going out and breaking half marathon world records and pushing themselves in this shoe. This is enabling athletes and runners to be their best and get those amazing performances under their belts. So yeah, let's start with the upper. So this now has Celamesh 2.0. So this is one of the biggest updates on the shoe. In the V1, I found the upper super lightweight and breathable, but it's just been refined a little bit more. With the first version, you can see it has an internal grid. So you can see that kind of diamond-like shape through the upper. Like I say, I found it really breathable, but because of the internal grid, there's not that sort of breathability through the whole upper. So with the second version, you can see the kind of internal grid has changed, so there's more targeted support, but then there's more breathability through this translucent area. So yeah, really nice. Means that the upper feels a little bit softer, like it conforms to your foot a little bit more, I would say. Yeah, fits like a glove really. But like I say, with the kind of internal grid there, a little bit more targeted, especially kind of, around the midfoot. Which I've been really impressed with. So like I say, not loads of updates on the shoe, but that is one of the biggest things I've noticed. Also, kind of with the upper and then the tongue. In the first version, it was a gusseted tongue, so sort of stitched in to the upper on the outside and then built in on the inside here. Gone for a kind of similar thing with the second version, but rather than it kind of being built in on the inside, it's been kind of stitched to the upper halfway down. So yeah, kind of again gives you a nice lockdown across the midfoot. And then with the tongue, it kind of splays. There's quite a lot of material up towards the top, so that really again wraps around your foot, and then you can get a really good lace and lockdown with that. So yeah, overall really impressed. And I think the tongue is a little bit thinner here compared to in the V1. That was just a little bit thicker here, so I think they've maybe shaved off a gram or so there. I think that was the thing. They've obviously made some minor tweaks, but all of these things are done to just improve the shoe and save weight and improve the performance of it. In terms of the heel counter, still nice and solid down the heel. In terms of the padding, it looks as though they've refined that a little bit as well. There was still a little bit of padding in the heel on the V1. In the second version, there's just a little bit more. You can see there's these pads which will kind of give you a really nice lockdown. And on my first run in them the other day, I just did a 10k kind of around goal marathon pace, and it just felt like a really nice lockdown in the heel, and like the upper was super breathable. It almost felt like there wasn't anything on my feet, like they were just so breathable, and that then you can just ride on the midsole in comfort. So really good. Also, even down to sort of the kind of three stripes, you can see that they've kind of perforated the overlays here. So again, going to save a little bit of weight, and it gives a really nice aesthetic. So really good updates all round on the upper. Really impressed with what they've done there. So like I say, got on really well with the first version, and then they've kind of tweaked it a little bit, but really impressed with that. In terms of the midsole, still the same kind of compounds and technologies from the first version, where you obviously had a lot of Light Strike Pro and then the energy rods in there. So now they've kind of streamlined the Light Strike Pro. You can see on the inside they've taken a little wedge out through the midfoot, and then kind of refined it a little bit more, kind of taken a little bit of foam away, like I say, made it a little bit more streamlined, but still does the same job, still gives you that impact absorption when you're running lots of miles on the roads, when you're doing specific speed sessions and marathon sessions, and then race day, kind of your half marathons and marathons specifically, and sometimes your shorter distances as well. So really like what they've done there. And also in terms of the design, just showing off kind of 3 of the 5 energy rods is really cool, a cool touch. Obviously the brand with the 3 stripes, so looks really smart as well, and like I say, it's saved weight, so good aesthetics and then good for performance. In terms of the energy rods, it's the same as what was in the V1, so you've got 5 there, 1 to match each metatarsal, so it gives you a more anatomical kind of driven transition. So when you're going from heel, midfoot, forefoot, it does feel really propulsive, really nice and smooth when you're locking into those race paces. So those are the main benefits. Lots of cushioning to save your legs from the impact, keep you more efficient for the long runs, and then with the energy rods in there as well to give that stiffening in the forefoot, really good energy return, and so smooth to run in, which is great. In terms of the outsole, this is again one of the other big updates, so still the same sticky rubber that we had from the kind of V1, and in obviously the right places in the heel, and loads in the forefoot. In the forefoot, a little bit more refined. They've kind of taken little holes out of them again to save a little bit of weight, give that extra bite. And then right off the forefoot, a bit more continental, off the toe, just to give you a little bit more traction and a bit more hard wearing right off the toe. So again, nice kind of tweaks, little refinements, but you do notice a difference in the long run, which is really good. One other thing to mention is with the kind of insole, they've also put little perforations in there as well. So like I say about going from the V1 to the V2, there's all these kind of little tweaks, and throughout the whole shoe you can see these kind of little holes, perforations, just to, like I say, make the shoe that little bit lighter, and a little bit kind of better performance wise for when you're smashing out those races. So overall really impressed. In terms of the main kind of tech and details, the weight comes in at 215 grams, which is 7.6 ounces. That I believe is for like a UK 8.5 sample size. In terms of the heel to toe drop, it's 10 mil, so it goes from 39.5 in the heel to 29.5 in the forefoot, and the price is £180, so £10 more than the first version. But I think with those refinements, including that Celamesh 2.0, which is, like I say, is super breathable and lightweight, I think it's definitely worth it. And it's still a really good, reasonable shoe, or super shoe, compared to some of the other kind of competitors. So really good. Obviously designed for race day. Last year there was some great results. Perez Jepchirchir, Kibiwot Candy, they both broke the half marathon world records in the Adios Pro. So I think keep your eyes peeled over the next 6 months to a year. I think again you'll see loads of great performances in this. At the weekend just gone, there were athletes in HQ in Outsole that were breaking world records. So you saw the 5k women's only world record being broken, and the 10k women's only world record broken as well. I believe the 10k was broken in the Adios Pro, and I think it looked as though the 5k world record was broken in the Takumi Sen 8, which is due to come out in a few months' time. So lots of exciting things going on with the Adizero team. I think now that we've got amazing technologies like Light Strike Pro and the energy rods, then they're kind of refining it, bringing those technologies through the rest of the range, and like I say, enabling athletes to push boundaries, break world records, and for runners to beat their personal bests and enjoy race day and get the most out of their running. So if you've had a pair of the Adios Pro, whether that's the 1 or the 2, let me know how you've been getting on, whether you've enjoyed them, whether you think there's things that could be improved. Let me know which colorways you liked. Like I say, I held off from the Tokyo Olympics colorway, the white and orange, to wait for the blue and green. Was that a good call or not? I'm not sure. I really like them. So Let me know how you're getting on. Let me know what races you're doing. I've got the London Marathon in a couple of weeks, which I'm really looking forward to. I haven't done an awful lot of training recently, but hopefully I'll be able to get around and just enjoy the atmosphere and get back to some racing regularly. So yeah, keep me posted, and yeah, stay tuned for more videos soon.